Hi everyone, today I'm sharing my homeschool planner and all the accessories that I use with it. Finding the right planner has been really tough for me, and this is by far the best I have come across. So jumping straight into it, this planner is by a company called the Happy Planner, and this is their homeschool edition, and I absolutely love it. In fact, I love it so much I went ahead and bought a second one to keep a track of the activities and curricula that I do with my 2-year-old. Maybe that's overkill, but I do like to keep a record of everything I do. One of the best things about this planner is that it's easy to customize. You can easily take pages on and off and add your own if you have their puncher, which is this one right here. Anyway, this is a 12-month planner and it runs from August 2021 to July 2022. I bought this back in August, but I wanted to wait until I had used it before sharing it because I wanted to see if it would work for us. So I have been using this for about 4 months now and it's actually been quite brilliant. So starting with the cover page, some might think it's a bit bland, but I like the simple design. And it's also laminated. I never fill these pages out, I just leave them blank. Then you have the calendar for the year 2021 and 2022. Then you have the perpetual calendars for 2021 and 2022. So then at the beginning of each month, you have a page like this where you can jot down notes, holidays, upcoming birthdays, and things to remember. Anything you want to focus for the month, you can just write it here. Then you have the monthly view. There's also a little section to write a to-do list, as well as space to write down deadlines and chores. So the spaces for deadlines and chores are two things that I don't use in this planner. Next, you have a page to keep a track of grades, and again, this is not something I use. Here you have a class overview. And the only thing I use this space here is to just write down all the different curricula that my kid will be doing that month. Most of the time they don't change from month to month, but my son does move through some subjects quickly. So this space helps me to keep track when I do introduce new things. Important dates and deadlines, I haven't had the need to use them so far. And then you have a little section here for projects. That's quite nice, but it's not a lot of space, so you can't really detail any of it other than to just list them. I have been using this space to write down how much money I spend on school-related things. So anytime I buy books or anything school-related, I just write down the amount so that way I can keep track of how much money I'm spending each month and whether I have blown the homeschool budget. So on the other side, it's the same thing again. Then there's a reading list page where you can keep track of all the books you have read over the month. Honestly, I just wish each month had more than just one page of this because we read a lot and use a lot of literature-based curricula, which means that this space is usually never enough to keep track of all the books we read in a month. But like I mentioned earlier, one of the best things about this planner is that it can be customized. So what I do is write down the titles of all the books we read in an Excel file and then at the end of the month, print it out, use the Happy Planner puncher and just insert it where I need it. That way everything is in one place. This puncher is actually pretty awesome and this is their big version and I'm really glad I got it because I can really customize this planner to meet my needs. Another thing I use it for is to punch photos of their finished art and craft projects or photos from science projects. That way I can just insert them into that week and keep a really nice record of what's happened, kind of like a scrapbook. I also went ahead and bought some extra discs and these are actually bigger than the ones that came with the planner. And I bought these for two reasons. I like the look of it better than the original ones, and the second reason is because bigger the discs, the more pages they can hold. And since I'm constantly adding pages and photos into the planner, having these bigger discs is definitely a must. Anyway, moving on. Then we have the weekly overview. Here on the left-hand side, there are dedicated areas for writing down important assignments, what not to forget, the weekly focus, and activities. The only thing I don't use is the important assignments part because we're not big on that. Here you have a little area to write down notes for the week ahead, and I do use this space, so that's a nice touch. So that's pretty much it, and it's the same for each month. I do like to decorate the planner with stickers and washi tape. Just to give you an example, this is the month of November. On these days, we were all feeling a little under the weather and we didn't end up doing school. I don't keep an official attendance record, but I do like to mark the days that we don't do school, and I use these stickers for that. My kids paint pretty much every day, but on the days that we do big art and craft projects like making pottery or weaving or making birdhouses, I mark those with washi tape. I'm pretty big on using washi tape. This is actually a monthly overview from my daughter's planner, and as you can see, I love using washi tape. This right here is when we did a mini unit study on bees. We do a lot of unit studies and I always try to use washi tape to match the subject. So I have a whole bunch here. I use this one for geology, used this when we did a unit study on trees. So yeah, really like washi tape. I also get stickers custom made like these for karate and gymnastics. And here I have one for Science Odyssey Earth and Environment. I also got some for Science Odyssey Chemistry. As I said earlier, finding the right planner has been really tough for me, and this is by far the best I have come across, and I really love being able to customize it. So anyway, I hope this video has been helpful, and thanks a bunch for watching.